Allah says in the Quran, "O you who attain faith, be conscious of Allah, which is just do right, and do not perish and leave this world except for the sake of active submission." Alhamdulillah, we're here celebrating Eid. Everybody knows, many of us know that this is significant, not only time, place, and space being here in Damascus, but also around the world, that Muslims are actually celebrating this reality. That Ibrahim alayhi salam was willing to sacrifice his beloved son for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in a dream, it came just directly like that, but it was actually an inspiration to show that to take any worldly realities out of your heart and only place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala within it, and everything there will be balanced. And this is what we're experiencing in the world. When we see the situation in Gaza, when we see the situation in Sudan, when we see all these different situations going on, you can put it, almost pinpoint it to love of self and love of duty. That begins to manifest itself in policies and procedures and also strategies of war. We see this playing out in our whole world. We see this in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it is our first thing that we have to look to ourselves on what do we have our hearts attached to that are helping this process. Is it what we consume? Is it what we look at? Is it what we think? Is it what we involve ourselves in? This is the first question to ask. Also, too, what are we doing for the community? When we take a look at Ibrahim alayhi salam, we see that him and his son built something together. So on Father's Day, and today is Father's Day, and you're with your son, you're with your daughter, and the mothers are actually with their children as well. What are we cultivating with our youth? Is it going to be something that's going to be substantial and have foundation, and people are going to continuously replicate, and then when it falls down, people actually rebuild it, like the Prophet ﷺ, rebuilding the Kaaba and bringing it back to its essence? Or is it going to be something that's just going to go by the wayside and just ultimately going to stay here in this dunya, and this dunya will perish. This world will perish. But your soul will go on. So what are we bringing into the next life? Have you made the proper sacrifice? So as we celebrate today, celebrate the reality of your faith. Remember your brothers and sisters who are going through some tumultuous times, but they need your dua. They need you to begin to change. They need you to come here, in this land here, and see what are the problems that the people have, and begin to give them Islam to solve it. That is what's needed. We need to be active. Like Ibrahim was active in moving around the earth and giving out dawah. Ibrahim was active with his son. Ibrahim, even if he didn't see his son, he still gave him good advice. He gave his wife good advice. Even leaving her in the desert brought life to all of us. This is your capability, and this is what's inside of you. Now, Ibrahim alayhi salam was inspired to leave his wife in the middle of a barren desert. Now, 4 million people are in that place. Replicating the way, we have to remember what we have. We have to remember who we are. We have to remember what we can become, what we have been. But they have what they had, and we have to learn what we have. We can't just ruminate on the past. We have to become present. Allah